Welcome to part 4 of Stephen King's Reflections of EC&I 831 Computers in the Classroom. At this time I'm going to start talking about some of the obstacles in the class, if you can consider them obstacles. The first one that got a lot of discussion in class was time. And of course time is something that's always a problem. It's always something we're looking for more of. But I think I want to talk about time here in the sense that you need time. You need to put time into this class. You can't really fake it. You need time to be able to experiment. You need time to explore the many applications that you will find. You need time to play. For example, tonight I've had a frustrating experience trying to get some applications to work, and I think they're doing maintenance on the program, so they weren't working right. And it cost me probably 2 or 3 hours of time. You need time to ask questions, and not necessarily of Dr. Kuros, but you need to talk to your classmates. No one's an expert in everything in technology. There's just so much out there now. You need to ask people that seem to know. You need to toss the question out, and usually you get answers, especially on Twitter. If you build a good network of people, you can get a lot of help there and not very much time. And then, of course, there's the realities of life and work, and I think for me, probably the biggest struggle is balancing family responsibilities with work responsibilities, with course responsibilities. It was the most difficult part of the whole experience because it takes a lot of time online, and that's time you can't spend with family. Work pressures, of course, always are in the way. There's always demands on our time with our jobs. Educators seem to be always busy. I had to contend with some staffing issues. We had 5 or 6 significant staff issues this year that interfered with my life. We also had a couple of community tragedies over the course of this class. We lost 2 of our students to suicide, in fact, and we had a number of serious attempts, and all of those things were variables that made getting to work and getting things done an issue. With that said, I made time for the class. It was stimulating, and I think it was important to me anyway that I put a lot of time into the course because I was getting so much out of it. Now, the other obstacle, or perceived obstacle, if you will, deals with internet safety. And there's considerable discussion about the internet, and primarily in the area of privacy and the idea of stalkers. There was concern that we were putting too much of ourselves out there, and that somehow people might steal our identity or our children or some sinister thing like that. And I have to admit, I was apprehensive. I don't know if I was fearful as some, but I definitely was reluctant, I suppose would be the right word, to put myself out there, as I'd never taken that risk before. It was the unknown for us, and because it was unknown, we had to feel our way out slowly, and I think that's advice Dr. Kuros had given us, is go slow. And I kind of plunged in fairly quickly as I got comfortable with it, but I know a lot were apprehensive. And of course passwords were a problem, just the fear of someone getting into your account. The need for responsible use as a internet creator. I recall a picture of the Oswald murder, and somebody had doctored the picture up to make it look like Oswald was playing an instrument, and it got me thinking about the family, and is that ethical to do something like that? I mean, a man is dying in that photo and someone's turning it into a joke. So it really helped me think about what's responsible use. And in the back of my mind, we didn't talk about it much in class, but I always thought about viruses. With every application I went to, I was concerned I was going to open something that was not good for my computer. So that was always there. Again, with that said, I've really got comfortable with the internet, and I cannot say that it's a problem for me now. And that's the end of part 4. We've got one final part to go.